Graybeard. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? July 24, we're a couple minutes late, but you know how the path be. The path be running late sometime, yo, and what can I do? I can't make a scene because then they'll arrest me. I already have like a couple of warrants out for my arrest.
For what?
I'm sick too. I'm supposed to go to court today, but my lawyer, my top-notch lawyer, got a waiver, an extension, or whatever. So I was supposed to go to court at 9 a.m., but I didn't have to go. But so I can't start no trouble. I put myself under house arrest. Mm-hmm. No trouble until this fucking thing gets settled. Anyway, we're here with who we got today. We got comedy Tom Cassidy.
Hey, good to be here again. Thanks for having me.
Remember Tom from back in the day, yo? Remember when and then we got Black Dave. That's what we call you in the elevator, Black Dave.
Black Dave. Is there a white Dave here for me to be Black Dave?
That's a good point. But anyway, we got Dave here. We got Dave and
how you doing, Kev?
Good. What's your last name? Temple?
Yeah.
Is that because you live near Temple University? You're from Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Who's gonna make all the dumb Philadelphia things? And we got some audience today. Who's in the audience? We got Big A. Who else? Paul. Paul's here.
Paul and Big A.
Somebody else asked me to come in. Gilly Bats. He's like a longtime fan of the show. I just fucking ghosted him because he's such a cunt. Because he's always like, I want to come in. I want to be your intern. One week he's like, I want to be your intern. I go, come in, be my intern. Mm-hmm. And he goes, oh, I got a job. I go, why you teasing me with this intern bullshit?
Isn't he a grown man?
Yeah. So then, or he was gonna help me out. I don't know, some shit. Then he texts me at like 12 o'clock.
Okay.
2 hours ago.
Today?
When I come in today, I'm like, I'm not gonna honor this with a response because that's some bullshit, right?
You got to stay with it. Now you can't just go on the air and say I got the text and I'm just ignoring it. You got to.
Well, what can I do?
Can't speak on the shit at all.
No, I'm speaking on how I speak on shit. I'm
burning bridges, baby. Where you been?
I'm saying don't text me at 2 o'clock. No, because we're friends on Twitter. I made a dumb move of befriending him. No, he's a decent guy, but don't text me at 2 o'clock. I mean 12 o'clock. I got a 2 o'clock show. I got shit to do. I'm already late. I'm already running late. I got fucking 2 podcasts. I got at least one wife. I got 2 kids.
$5 sunglasses.
It's the summertime. I mean, I'm busy like a motherfucker. My mother-in-law's at the house. She's leaving her fucking underwear all over the house. Is that? Like, what is that? She leaves her underwear hanging out to dry. I mean, come on, man.
She's old school.
Old school.
Old school thing?
Yeah, that's like some Cuban shit. She's not even Cuban, huh?
They just wash the same. So
they don't want to put them in the wash. We got a wash machine right in the hizzle, and she don't even use it like that.
What is that? I couldn't figure out whether you're doing a character. What is that you keep doing?
Is it the sunglasses thing? Is that what you do now?
Yeah, and you keep.
Is it because Dave's here, or is this your new
this weird
thing?
broken English?
I don't know.
I just haven't been around you in a while.
It's called comedy. I'm just fucking
Remember
around.
that movie Bullet?
I'm living on the edge of the fucking. I'm living on the edge. I am living on the motherfucking.
It's just
edge.
weird that you have the hip hop references, and then you say you're living on the edge. You're just confused as to what you want to be right now.
No, I'm living on the edge of hip hop. I'm not on hip hop.
Yeah, that's the best way to go, on the edge. Don't go all the way in that shit. That's not for nobody.
I was going to call the state po-po to find out what's going on my ticket. I got a ticket.
That was what court was for?
Huh?
Is that what?
No, I got another fucking pending. I got something else pending. I didn't veer off to the left lane. So a friend of mine is NYPD, not a friend, a fan of the show. NYPD, he was going to take care of it for me, but again, they only take care of their own, so he fucked me. He goes, no, just go up there and pay it. I go, it's Sullivan motherfucking County. How's that for blacking it up? It's Sullivan motherfucking County. It's way upstate.
Nah,
he goes, go up there and defend yourself. I go, it would take 2 hours there and back.
Yeah, what were you doing up there?
I was doing a gig, Villa Roma. Don't do it. Villa Roma.
Hold on, whoa. So the cop wrote you a ticket where you coming from a gig?
Yeah.
You didn't give him the I'm a comic excuse? That's supposed to get you out.
No, I said I was doing it. He got me in the morning, 10:30 in the morning. I had to get the car back on time by like 1 p.m. So I had to get up early, get the fuck out of there. It's pouring rain. It's only 2-lane highway.
Did you tell them you were a comic?
I told him I was a failed comic. I told him I was a top-notch podcaster.
You got very specific with them.
No, I told him I was a top-notch podcaster, and then it went nowhere. No, he was a fucking dick. He was like one of those guys. He gave me a ticket for not moving to the other lane
To the right.
when he pulled somebody over. He had pulled somebody over.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
How did he catch up with you?
Because I was in
he was on a
rental.
fucking
It
bike.
was-
He's on a bike. He's not telling you that.
No, what I'm
part.
saying is he pulled over the one guy, right? Did he?
Oh, you
leave
know
that
what was
guy who pulling
happening?
over?
The guy was. I saw what happened was there was a big truck ahead of me. I saw the truck switch lanes. I was like, that's weird. He's switching lanes because it's pouring rain. So why is he switching lanes? So then when he switched lanes, I see the lights. You know, I don't know how many feet ahead of me. And now, as I'm going, I'm like, should I switch lanes? I guess I should switch lanes. But then I saw the guy pull out that he pulled the ticket that he gave the ticket to. This guy pulling out. So the altercation's done. I guess his light was still on. So, of course, I go by, and then he gets behind me. I go, you do this all day? Because as he was giving me a ticket, there's like 20 cars that passed in the inside lane because it was fucking raining out.
Your white guy problems bore me.
Oh, I'm supposed to switch lanes. I said to a guy, you want me to die? He goes, you want me to die? I go, why we all gotta die? No, isn't that a death row record? Or is that?
Yeah, that is a 22-year-old rap reference. Yes, from a really
Oh, I
long
saw
time
that.
ago, yeah.
I saw that special on the feud between Death Row and Bad Boy, or what?
There you go. On the edge of hip hop. Documentaries. That's the way white guys experience hip hop now, through documentaries.
I
love Edge of Hip Hop with
That's as close
Kevin
I want to get. Culture. The safety of my hotel room.
I feel the same
HBO.
way about country music and all that other shit. You know what I mean?
Was it Death Row and Bad Boy?
Yeah.
Bad Boy doesn't sound very bad.
Bad Boy's Biggie, though. You like Biggie. Bad Boy's
I know,
Biggie.
but Bad Boy doesn't sound real bad compared to Death Row. Death Row sounds like some real criminals.
Yeah, and the
was.
logo.
They were some real fucking criminals. That Suge Knight.
Yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody that's in jail is not a fucking criminal, guys.
Oh, God.
I know a lot of times they're just a victim of circumstance. Like they had a
Just
gun
don't
in
have
their
money.
hand, it went off, and they killed one of their killed somebody.
Just don't have money
Sometimes
for
it's just
proper
goddamn
defense.
bad luck. No, you got to get a good lawyer. I got my lawyer. I never even met the guy. The guy was representing me for my headbutting situation.
You got a free pair of sunglasses out of it.
Oh, hold on, whoa. Did you like meet counsel before going into the courtroom?
Huh?
Did you meet counsel before going
No.
into the courtroom?
No, he's representing me now, but I've never met him. I think I got him through somebody who knew Keith, the cop who works here.
Right.
He's the executive here, and so I never met him. So I'm basically going on references because I had a couple of guys call in. One guy's I forget his last name. I'll find it. But he's a New York lawyer, and he was giving me good advice, and he would have been great because I talked to him on phone for half an hour. I think he's going to bill me, but he said he's giving me all this advice, but he can't represent me because it's New Jersey.
That's
I'm sure you've already talked about it, but did someone headbutt you? I'm unaware of this.
Yeah, some guy headbutted me
At a club?
Yeah, well, not in a club, the lobby of my building. Happens all the time.
Lobby?
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
Happens
building?
all the time.
Yeah.
Don't you guys? You guys get
How long
headbutted?
ago was this?
Father's Day.
But did you Father's Day?
Father's Day.
Man or a
That's some
woman?
real no
Was it
offense, but that's some real black shit. Because Father's Day is a real heated day in the black community. Is it? Am I right or am I right?
Nah. We
No, it's
barbecues and shit that.
everyone's on edge on Father's Day. Is he showing up? Am I gonna find out today?
Father's not there. You just go play basketball all day long. That's how that works.
You show up at the basketball court.
Yeah, and you just play. That's where all the fatherless kids just get good at basketball.
Everybody shows up at the court.
Yeah, and then the one guy who is
Rucker
a
Park.
father, the whole neighborhood kind of shows praise. You know what I mean, for the one guy in the neighborhood that's doing the right thing. You
Wait,
know?
how you feel about that LeVar Ball? That guy, you know who he is?
Yeah.
Think he's doing the right thing?
Oh, definitely.
He's winning big time now because did you see what he did last week? He pulled his team, his other son, his last son. He's got
another kid.
No, he's got 3 kids.
Oh,
One's I think
yeah.
is going to UCLA this year, and then he's got another one. The other one scored like 100 points in a game.
Yeah. So why the fuck isn't he man of the year? Why isn't he on the cover of Time magazine?
So anyway, so LeVar,
This is
so
a white
he pulled.
fake
There's a
news
video.
media.
You can find it on. They can probably find it because I saw the clip on ESPN. Anyway, he didn't like the call. he pulled his team off the court. And again, he gets like 1 million hits. Everyone knows who he is. And all these bitches, I wasn't on his side, but all these bitches that were like, oh, he's doing the wrong thing. He's doing the wrong thing. They all flip now that his son, here it is. They all flip now. Happens pretty quick, so you know what I'm saying. That's a dad saying it's not.
Yeah, it's not a foul.
Foul. He's not a foul. Then this happened.
I don't need your ass playing like that. Hey, let's go.
Now he's taking him off the court.
Yeah, he's a sociopath though. He's definitely got some control issues.
He's a coach. Is he the coach? Yeah, he was the coach.
He's the coach of this team.
Yeah, it's his son. His son's on the team.
That's a crazy power move right there. I respect that.
No, that's good. Here's the thing. So, and people...
And the team is on board. They know. So this is something that they deal with in practice.
He's like Martin Luther King now. Whatever he does, everyone follows.
Right.
No, because the whole thing was this. Everyone was...
12-year-old black kids.
No, and his son. But everybody was talking shit about him because, before the draft, everyone's like, oh, he's doing the wrong thing. He should keep his mouth shut. And now that his son's playing good, they're all like, oh, shit. Oh, this guy, his son's great. And now they're all gonna get paid. And now he's the most famous guy in the league, other than
People
fucking
say dumb
Steph Curry.
shit as if they've ever been in his position, as if they've ever had a son go into the league and they were speaking up. Nobody knows the fuck they're
Plus,
doing.
he know his son good because he's been seeing him for, I don't know why I'm talking like that, but Ebonics, but he know his son good because he's been seeing him in AAU for all this time. So he knows, and everybody's like, well, and he didn't have enough games. He didn't play enough games. He only played one season at UCLA. But the point is, not to be disrespectful, because I appreciate you being here. But if you're like a black dad, you're like present, you can do shit like this. You know what I mean? You don't have to be like a quiet fucking PTA dad.
That's why they don't like him, because
because he's too loud.
Vocal and he's confident.
Yeah, he's
not backing down and taking anyone's shit.
And he didn't back down to anybody. Not on ESPN. He told all these motherfuckers. He goes, no, I'm doing it. He told the Lakers. He goes, he wouldn't even fucking try out for any other team.
Right.
He said sign. He said sign him. And I didn't think the Lakers were going to pick him. And then they picked him. And now they're like, he's the best guy. He's the best guy in the summer league. And he's gonna fucking sell a lot of sneakers. Blah blah blah.
You made a good point by comparing him to Martin Luther King. I know you were just doing a shitty bit, but like he is, like, as far as him being confident and going in that direction, you know what I mean? Like
non-violent.
That looks like the hat Martin Luther King wore when he went cheating.
Did Martin
cheating?
Yeah, when
with
he
an
went cheating,
apostrophe
he wore
after
that
the
hat.
N, no
That's when
G.
he knew he was up to no good.
Recognize him?
Did Martin Luther King wear hats?
Yeah, I've seen him in that type of hat before. Yeah, I'll find.
Yeah, but
Hey, find that hat, please. Thank you. I love being in a nice production studio.
So you're talking about Martin Luther King cheating on his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying there's
right.
Yeah, I don't give a
Thank
fuck.
you. Thank you.
Because he knew
He's
he was
supposed to be able to
get,
cheat.
He knew he was going to get shot anyway. You know what I mean?
Probably.
He knew he was on bar.
There's a better picture of him looking cool
okay,
like
yeah,
that
he got a cool
there,
hat.
kind of.
You know who's hot as shit? That Jackie
Red
Robinson's
skin
wife.
cut.
I don't know what Coretta Scott King
He had
looks
bad.
like.
He had bad razor bumps though, man. You know,
You know who looks hot? That
Sign of the times, man.
Jackie Robinson's wife. She was fucking hot, man. Even when she was old, she was hot. She was just like fucking.
She black.
Yeah, but I would have done that forever.
There you go.
Black women, though, they age better. Dude, I was at the beach.
Not all the time. I was on a train
this
today,
past
and
week.
I saw some rough ones.
Dude, white women, whew, they're bad after 40. I don't know.
No kidding. Throw them right in the
Holy
water.
shit, man.
It's like a fish, throw right
I
back,
felt
right? Am I right? Tom? Throw right back in the water. We made a
Yeah.
mistake.
I felt
There's,
bad. Like,
Jackie's
what
friend.
happens to all of those girls? That's Jackie Robinson's wife?
Yeah, but as she got older, she didn't lose nothing. She was just a good-looking lady. Even when she, when he was dead and she go to all these baseball things, honoring him, she always looked real hot. But I like brown women anyway. Okay, that's not a good picture. Anyway,
She don't look bad there.
but she's a little wrinkled there.
I don't get that. Like, what happens? Because I see all these girls now with like the dry fit and the yoga pants and shit like that, and they're not all this work that they're putting in. I don't think they're still going to look that good 15 years from now. Just the white
I don't know
women
what they're
in general.
thinking. I honestly don't know what they're thinking because it don't hold up. I personally, one of the reasons. I mean, it's gonna sound weird, but like, because I don't think. Anyway. White women, no. I mean,
let's get Kev shitting on white women.
When white women showed their stump, first of all, when I grew up, everybody was white, okay, except for Dwayne Burnham. Dwayne Burnham was the only black kid in my school.
Can you just try one thing
He
for
was
me?
bigger than us, and he would beat the shit out of us. But
Before you make this point,
Everyone was white. That
whatever
is
the point
hilarious.
is, I want you to look to the camera and go like this. with the sunglasses. Just try it. Just give it a try. I just want to see how it looks. When you make
The sunglasses are cool. I mean,
I'm not
my
saying they're
numbers
not.
my numbers are up since I put the sunglasses on.
Yeah, only thing that's
Anyway.
missing is that Bad to the Bone theme song. That remember when Al Bundy used to put those fucking glasses on and be cool with his fucking shirt tucked in?
Anyway, so when I was growing up, as soon as I
50-year-old guy.
when I was growing up, as soon as I got warm out, all the women that went to my school and all the women that I knew all try to get tan. They all try to get tan because they look better tan, right?
Yeah.
So this weekend, I see this woman. She's got like a half shirt on, and she's white, and her stomach looks disgusting. It looks like a bottom of a fucking whale. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
of
yeah.
A fucking of like a fish. It's too white, and then you see these like Latin women and darker women, and they're staying with the stomach, and you just want to fucking eat that shit all
think-
day, yo.
For real, son.
Do you think that's the reason for so much of like that incest porn that they have now? Everything is like stepdaughter, step this, step that.
I can't even watch regular porn
Can't
anymore.
speak to that?
It's all about the step stuff now.
Is it?
Oh my god.
That's all there is.
I can't
Everything.
even watch
I-
regular
I-
porn
and
anymore.
I think is that what it
Stepdad,
is?
stepdaughter, stepmom.
You get this?
It's all over the place.
As soon as you go in, it's the home page. It's just all
It's all step.
stepdaughter, stepmom.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like there's no just regular boyfriend and girlfriend type shit anymore. Like when I was a
Boring.
kid.
Because I like the boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah, when I was a
like
kid,
a
I
little
thought I was
romance.
actually watching a couple have sex. You know what I mean? Like that's what I thought. Oh, this is just a boyfriend and girlfriend who allowed us to watch them
Yeah.
have
I don't
sex on
even-
the couch.
Speaking on the tan thing, the topics here switch so quickly, which is fine. But my girlfriend went tanning. She was upstate with her mom, and she was like talking to her mom for like a really long time. So when she got back, half of her entire
On the
body.
beach.
She was at her pool. She was at a
Bitch
pool.
came back looking like
Half of her
Two-Face.
entire body was completely red, and the other half was white. When she turned up, like it made me jump.
You should throw coins at her
Did she
all
get
the
mad at
time.
you?
now.
Did she get mad at you that you make a comment about it?
No, Kevin, I'm a man. And I
But I'm
talk to
saying like
my
women are like,
woman
no,
the way I
I was
want.
A
trying
very
to look
small, frail
pretty.
man, but a man nonetheless.
I was trying to
Said
look
it.
pretty. Here's the thing. That's why I don't even buy. As far as tanning, that whole thing of like women laying in the sun, and it's always gonna look weird, And then I
Men lay in the sun too, though.
I don't
Everybody,
like women. The women love to.
men get drunk and pass out in the sun.
The
There's a
women
difference.
love to lay in the sun, and they. I feel. I like to soak up the rays, but then if they don't get an even tan, then you're dealing with that fucking Two-Face,
it got better, but yeah, it was pretty.
Oh,
was
it
real touch
always
and go
gets
there for a
better.
while.
That's what they say on Facebook.
Nah, it
For
doesn't
gay
get better.
teenagers?
Oh, Facebook is always like it'll get whenever someone's like saying I'm getting divorced. They go it gets better. I'm like there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. Like I know some of these people are getting divorced. They're like old and shit ain't gonna work out sometimes.
Dude, white people are getting divorces because the women don't hold up. Plain and simple. All right. I felt bad for the guys I saw at the beach this week, man. I'm like, holy shit!
I
Look
say
at what
this:
you're
if you're
walking down the
I say if you're
boardwalk
white,
with.
if you're white, don't marry someone your age. If you plan on staying married, because I've seen a lot of couples where like they're both 40 and the mom and the woman looks like the mom. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause they don't hold up.
They have children.
Black don't crack. You know that from the community.
Yeah, I'm 53.
Sure. That's like from the community. Sure. The old trope: women be shopping and tanning.
Women be shopping.
Oh, but women do like to shop.
And tan.
If you let them, if she's tied to a successful man, if she's with a broke guy, then women like to do shit.
Well, women be making their own money sometime too, though.
Huh?
Women be making
Yeah,
their own
you're-
money
who
sometimes.
told you this?
Your girlfriend makes money, right?
Does well. She does okay.
That's the new thing. All my friends that like have who else told me? Some guy was in Texas, and some guy comes up and he's all drunk. I guess he used to be a comic, and I worked with him a couple times in Austin. He goes, "You remember me?" I go, "Not at all." And then he got drunk. I'm like, "I'm starting to remember you now." 'Cause then he was like real annoying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I go. So I said, "Well, what are you doing now?" "Oh, I'm doing something." He goes, "But my girl's doing real good." The girl's doing. So that's the new thing.
You know what?
My girl's doing real good.
cousin-
400 a year. I'm like, I like to see some documentation. Because again, 400 a year is a lot for a
It's
woman. I
fucking
mean, it's
a lot of
way-
money.
No, it's a lot more than they deserve.
It's like
We talking about
3 million for a
400,000 or
man.
400,000.
Oh yeah, but I mean they're the
Six
ones. They're the
figures.
ones going and getting all the education. Guys are doing ridiculous shit like trying
Women
to
do be getting that
comics.
education though sometimes.
Because a lot of times guys want to play those video games.
Yeah.
They're not focused. They're not buckling down.
My
And be
cousin is
playing
a
them video
barber,
games.
and he said that about how like he has grown men in his chair bragging about how much their women make. Like, yeah, my
That's
girl's
the
got
new
this,
thing.
my
That's
girl's
the
got
new
that.
thing. And I think women do it as like for independence because they know they can keep a man making some
Well, nah,
cash.
men just, I mean, like men just, I think they get bogged down by the system and they go, fuck it. What's the point? Women have hope. Like just whatever. Like if you're not progressing, you kind of give up. Look, women like my first baby mom, she's going back to school. She's getting like all these doctors and educate. Like she just keeps going back to
Doctorates?
school. Like I don't know what the fuck she's trying to do, but
Banging doctors?
Yeah, I just
yeah, I
wanna
think
make
she
sure-
was banging a doctor for a while.
She's getting all these doctors.
But you know, she just keeps going. She's
Good. That's how
34.
you make the money. You get if you're a woman, get your degree. That's how you get your money.
How? You got so much student debt to pay off when you get out. You're a doctor or dentist. You're like 1.2 million in the hole when you start.
But I don't think you. I think you pay that forever. So I think you just kind of ignore it or something.
Yeah, so you're not really successful. You're just juggling debt. You miss one payment, have one bad year, your whole practice falls apart.
Yeah, but it's like if you first of all, like if you have enough education, you're gonna work forever. Especially if you're a woman. If you're a woman, you're gonna work forever. And again, if women, if you have
I feel
your
like you're
kids,
Dave's student counselor at like Cool High right now.
no. Plus, if you have your babies early, you get that shit out of the way. You know what I mean? So
A
you
lot of
don't
people do be having babies early though too.
I had my
so you don't
first
have
at
to
19.
quit. You don't have to quit your job to have your baby. Do it when you're 16 properly. And then get it all be done.
Proper.
That is, that's how we do it, baby.
And Stan Stankos, I'm gonna give a shout out to him because he's been bragging about his wife.
I can't
Not
do this shit with
married.
the glasses anymore. I don't know what the fuck you're looking at right now.
No, man, that's part of it. That's part of the.
What are you talking? What are you just talking
Glass
off to
eyes
the
are just
abyss?
moving around.
Because I got a staring problem.
This is like scent of a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I got a staring problem, so even my kids will be like, Dad, what are you
Addition
looking
to
at?
many
No,
other
but somehow
problems?
you're still managing to stare with glasses on, and I'm
No,
not
but,
sure.
but if I don't have my glasses, then you guys really think I have a staring problem because even my kids are like, Dad, what are you looking at? I'm like, you're my kid. I'm supposed to look. I'm supposed to be checking. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at all times.
Yeah.
So everyone gets mad because my eyes are too intense.
But wait, sticking on the woman making a lot of money thing, I wouldn't care. I would be happy if my woman was making a lot of money. What's wrong? Like, who gives a shit? Just more money.
Yeah, but it's
Wouldn't care.
emasculating.
No,
Plus,
you
the
know
women-
what? Your
my-
friends are the ones who give a shit, and they break your balls about it to the point where you lose your shit and go home and go, "What the fuck?" You know, like
Beat your wife.
My sister, one of my sisters, I'm not gonna say who it is, but one of my sisters makes more than her husband, and she's not happy about it. She thinks he's slacking.
I'll tell her to slow down.
She's not as ambitious as she is.
Let her take her
And then I think women like that because then they can have something over the man like, what the fuck, you know?
But isn't your sister old as shit now? Shouldn't she
No.
oh, it's one of the younger ones?
Well, seriously, you want fucking hot tea in your face?
Why?
Yeah. I don't know if it's hot. Is it hot? What are you slamming my sisters?
She's probably she's probably
Shot at
older.
my kids first. No, she's not older. She's got kids. She's got younger kids, and she's pissed.
She over 40.
Probably, but
Then,
I don't
yeah,
know
of
how.
course she's
I don't know
making
how
a ton of money because she's.
I'm saying
No, but
she's
she-
happy
she's-
that this guy's sticking around.
No,
You
but
don't know how old your
some people are just more ambitious. Some guys aren't ambitious, you know. And then I think the women like a guy who's not too ambitious at first, because then he's not out trying to
got
get
time. He's
He's
got
not
time
out
on
trying to get pussy. He's like a family man. But then you're like, make some money. You know, a lot of comics are doing that too. A lot of comics. Lenny and his disciples, they're all relying because they're not going to make dick.
Right,
You know, a lot of comics who aren't going to make dick, but they don't. They're around, and then they're relying on their wives to make money. Lenny's going to do that because he don't make any money, and his wife is an accountant. So they're going to. He's going to, and then she's at some point. The problem with that is they get resentful because the guy, even when they have kids, the guy never does enough. because they come home. The guys don't want to cook. They don't want to be the total bitch.
Right.
So then the wife's like, I got to work all day. I got to make the money, and then I got to come home. I still got to do this.
That's a grass is greener always situation.
There's no
That's
perfect
like
scenario.
If a woman is married to a very ambitious, career-driven man,
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of, and women don't like that either because then he's ambitious, and ambitious
have
guys are
time
going to
for
get
her.
pussy on the side.
Right.
Even MLK Jr., who wasn't even in business, he still got a lot of pussy on the side. So a guy who's ambitious, they have a tendency to get some extra pussy because women like an ambitious guy, they like an aggressive guy.
Right.
And so women like a passive guy until they realize, wow, this guy's fucking passive, and then they get mad at that.
What does a woman do in that situation? The minute she divorces that rich guy and takes a bunch of money from him, she brings some bum, some freeloader in.
Some guy who's gonna need her.
And then she gets frustrated with that guy because that's the guy who he can sit up under her and tell her how pretty she is and compliment her and all that
She
shit
gets
like
sick
that.
of that.
It sounds like women don't even know what they want.
There you go, Tom.
Don't
Now
know
you're
what
getting
they
it.
want. We finally found
now
the
we're
theme
burning
today.
the bridge. The bridge of pussy has been burnt. None of us are getting laid for a while after this goes
Oh,
on.
are you
no?
married? No. You have a girlfriend? No, right now. Are you a pilot?
You're a pilot for airplanes?
Did I meet you last
Cool.
week? But you're a pilot. Yes. Oh my God.
Get it. If you're gonna
There was a
talk to him,
pilot
talk
here
to him
last
on the
week. He was here to see Kumia's show, and I think he. But you pilots all look alike or something?
Yeah, they got a uniform.
Who you
that they
fly
gotta go
for?
through.
You were here last
for
week,
Delta.
weren't you?
No, it's probably
There was
a different
another guy here from Delta last week. Allie, you remember him?
I don't
Would
remember.
now, as a Delta flyer, do you look down on like a guy who's like a UPS flyer or a FedEx flyer?
phone. Is it like the Marines?
They make more, but like, but do the chicks still kind of dig those guys too, or not really because they're just flying boxes?
Get into the mic. Can you get a
Yeah.
mic?
Can we hear him?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to repeat what he said. That's an old comedy trick from
No,
the
there's a
stage.
fucking microphone right there. So if
He's a pilot. He's not a goddamn entertainer.
No, but the audience can't hear
Grab
what
the
he's
mic.
saying.
Grab the mic.
We won't talk to you too much.
yeah, I feel like you have like you're a good-looking guy. You have like a Jeffrey Dahmer look to me. Like you could like murder
He
someone.
looks like a pilot. That's why I said, are you a pilot?
like clean.
You look like a pilot too with those fucking glasses on.
I wish I was a pilot. I'd be flying like a motherfucker.
The fuck? What
Especially in the
plane is
summer.
gonna let him fucking fly?
Wait, you fly Delta long hauls or short hauls?
Where did you
Talking to
learn
the
that
mic,
term
talking to the
from?
mic.
Where
I
did
think
you
it's
learn
on.
that bullshit?
Is it on?
Long hauls or short hauls? You don't know
not
shit
on.
about piloting.
I'm just
He
gifted.
does. It's
I'm
old
gifted
guy
with-
knowledge.
What do you got? A brother that with the pilot also?
No, but talking to the mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, talk so we can hear you too, because we can't
Okay.
hear you. Talk as loud as not as loud as I am.
Talk
but
like you're going
you're a
into
black
the speaker
guy.
and be like, we have fucking
yeah, do
we're
your
at the
pilot vo- do your
altitude.
pilot
Like you got a
voice.
dick hanging halfway down your thigh. All right.
your pilot voice.
Uh-huh.
Are you a head pilot?
No, co-pilot.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, get your partner in here, and then we'll have some shit going on.
Oh.
No, but so you don't make the announcements.
Yeah, we do.
No,
Every
we
other-
or you.
I do every other leg. So captain flies one leg, I fly the next leg. When you're not flying, you do the announcements.
What leg?
Good to know.
Well, like, you fly the first leg. The captain flies the first one, you fly the next one.
So you fly 2 trips a day?
Usually more than that.
Oh, you fly more than 2 trips a day?
Yeah, like probably
And they keep you with the same guy?
I would assume
Yeah.
it would be.
Are you always with the same guy?
Got to develop some chemistry, right?
just for a trip, like probably 4-day trip, you're with the same guy.
Oh, but the flight attendants aren't that
No,
way,
they're
are
all they're all different.
they? Yeah, because they always seem like they don't even know each other.
No.
Wait, the flight attendants. Delta's an old airline, so
Have you studied the flight attendant? Like, do you watch them?
sometimes they're a little old, right? I don't feel so secure. Like
They don't
in case
leave.
ISIS breaks out on a plane.
They don't
what
leave.
would Mrs. Doubtfire do in that situation?
Ooh, Lord of
They're-
mercy.
There are some that can't even get their bags in the overhead. I mean, we got 70, 80-year-old flight attendants. They just don't leave.
Can't they retire?
There's not a forced retirement age.
No one can retire now, and everyone
For us,
needs
there is 65 for us, but for them, they can fly.
That's
They drop.
ridiculous.
You know,
They're the first responders,
in an emergency. You know.
and
The
they
flight
don't
attendants
have
are?
an age. They don't have an age.
Nope.
There was a lady coming down, flight attendant. I thought she was pushing the soda cart. She had a walker. Can you imagine that, Tom?
I can't.
Now-
You said it, Kevin.
But it's old and they're not attractive, you know. And then sometimes they get sometimes they're a little wide on the hip, And then when they come down, every time they walk down the aisle, they hip check everybody.
Yeah, they side swipe the aisle. But if you see some of the foreign airlines like Korean Air, they all look the same. They got to be a certain weight, a certain height. But the U.S. airlines, they can't do that because
that's American.
You don't get any Wi-Fi on the Korean airplane. You know what I mean?
Now, you and your pilot, you guys ever like tag team chicks together? Or?
Now that stuff doesn't happen anymore. Remember that Leonardo DiCaprio movie? It's not like that anymore. The
I didn't see any, man.
That's why you got into it, right? Why'd you get into it? You work for the Air Force or something?
No, all civilian.
You're all civilian?
Yeah.
And they hired you that way?
Yep.
I thought you wouldn't get a job that way.
You got really good eyesight,
more civilian
right?
now.
Huh?
You got really good eyesight?
2020.
There's
need
more
it.
civilians now?
What's that?
There's more civilians now than there used to be?
Yeah, because they're not hiring as much in the military. So
You know those black chicks from Delta that showed up on Instagram?
which ones?
There's two black chicks that were like pilots and they were like went viral on Instagram.
We talked about that the last time.
We did? We talk about black
No,
chicks?
I don't remember that.
The one where they had the all first black crew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know them?
No.
And we said they got pulled over by the
they're
cops
not-
in the sky.
Oh,
You don't remember that?
No, I wasn't here.
Yeah, you were, you idiot.
That
was when
sounds,
we were
that
on
sounds real
Cumia.
familiar, yeah.
How about that lady? How about that lady on Delta that they said they had a medical they had a medical emergency.
Kevin
They asked
Cough.
for a doctor, and then this woman, she was black and she was young,
Yeah.
and she offered her services, and they're like, no, we need a real doctor,
Yeah.
and she ended up getting like $1 million or something.
I heard
in
that.
settlement.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of money.
That's
on
the
these
first.
No, that's right. I need to just go places and be black and loud and then sue for, being asked to leave.
It's not going to work on the megabus.
How much-
You got to get on an airplane.
You don't have to tell me how much you make. How much you over six figures?
Yeah.
You get overtime.
Yeah.
So is it hard to have a girlfriend with your schedule?
You can have
Hookers
them
is
on the
best,
road.
right?
Huh?
You can have them on the road if you want.
He does hookers.
Oh no, not hookers.
No, but I'm saying like if you
get
try
away
to
with
settle
that.
down
No
with a
one
lady,
believes-
she always like, oh, you're flying around, you're getting herpes in other towns.
Well, you make the mistake of dating flight attendants, and
Steak.
that doesn't work good.
Because you're not
Because you never want to go to work and have to hope that you don't see somebody.
Right. And then
I
she
think
can look in
it's
the
always
system and
better
find out where you're going
not
to be.
to have sex with people you work with. But
Yeah,
they're
but even a
always
flight
there.
attendant, you're never gonna see her. When are you gonna be on the
They
same
talk.
town?
They're all on a chicken
They all
circuit
got
of
friends,
talking.
and then,
Yeah.
So
It's like anything else. How old are you?
The worst thing about flying now is that we have to sit there and say goodbye to people.
I've noticed
The
that.
flight, we're required to, and they give people surveys where they have to say whether did the pilot say goodbye to you, this or that.
Yeah, I just
But
flew 6 hours. I just woke up. Leave me the fuck
So
alone.
the people that fly now on these airplanes,
Garbage.
it's just like my advice if you're flying a coach is get on the airplane early and put that armrest down. Because if you get on the flight late, you ain't going to put that armrest down because, the people they're gross.
Yeah, that's why I understand
Come on,
why
wife
United
beaters.
is knocking people out. You know what I mean? Because they deserve
I
it.
mean, they're gross. They're bigger than they used to be.
You should see the Vegas flights. My God, they
They're all
come
drunk,
off the
you mean?
Yeah, they're drunk and they can't even fit down the aisle.
Can you feel that? The lag in the plane?
Is it her? Is it,
Fucking
But,
bunch of fat fucks.
It's kind of funny, but not at this airline, but my previous airline.
what was your previous
I don't want to say because
litigation?
it was it was just a regional airline. The regional
Frontier,
jets.
AirTran.
It was
Don't care.
it was the prop airplanes.
Okay.
Oh
the
my
propeller?
God,
Yeah.
Oh.
those are
So-
scary.
We only hold 30 people, but so as a first officer, the lavatory was right behind our seat. Just there's a wall, and then the
Right.
seat, people would go in there, just nasty shits.
You could
and-
smell it.
People were
Oh,
shitting
it
on the
was awful
plane?
because it was right behind us.
You hear
so
them grunting.
what we would you could just smell it. So what we'd do is we would pull the circuit breaker after we smelled it because then they couldn't flush. It would turn off the flusher, so then they'd have to walk out there and everybody would know that they were in there, and that
That's
was our way of getting back at them.
Pranks gone wild.
yeah.
I call that air pranks.
Next time on
Wait,
air
wouldn't that
traffic
make
control.
wouldn't that make it smell worse for you guys if you couldn't flush the toilet?
Yeah, but it's embarrassing for them too. So it kind of
Who shits on a
satisfying.
Yeah, who shits on a short
I mean,
flight?
like unless it's a 28-hour.
You know what it is it's the morning flights.
Oh.
Well, you're still supposed to shit in the airport before you get on the plane.
We got people that like.
No, you don't gotta go. You can just hold it.
You
No.
can, I mean, not always.
See, that's why white people don't look good after 40, because you're holding in all your shit and
Maybe.
all the toxins.
That's why y'all white people don't be looking no
why
good.
white
You
people-
be holding them
Paul,
shits
let
in,
me
boy.
just
What are
say
you
this.
doing
Let me
with
just
that?
say this about the pilots. First of all, the pilots are always. I noticed one thing. The pilots, when the flight goes good, they're hanging around selling T-shirts.
Sure.
To make it a comedy analogy.
Funny.
But when the flight was bumpy and late, I don't see no motherfucking pilots. I don't see nobody when I'm getting off the plane. Because I was going to actually, the last time I had a shitty flight, the flight was delayed or whatever, and we sat on the tarmac or whatever. What's that thing where you're waiting to get on the runway to take off?
Taxiway, yeah.
The taxiway.
Ho. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know long haul, short haul, but you don't know fucking tarmac. Where did you pull those other vocabulary words from,
I
Ken?
don't know. I'm just gifted. I think I have 2 podcasts. Anyway, Paul. So the flight was delayed. The pilot comes on. He goes, first of all, he goes, he says, tell the flight attendants, be seated. We're about to take off. Then we're seated. Then we're not moving for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Then he gets on. He goes, oh, we're gonna take a different route. So we're calculating to see how long and if we have enough gas. I'm like, motherfucker, you checking to see? You checking your gas levels?
Gas
What the fuck is that? So everyone's pissed. We get in like 2 hours late. Then, and we had to stop for gas. Then we get in, and where's the pilot? Oh, he's doing his paperwork. Because I almost yelled in, except I'm already under warrant, so I don't want no fucking FCC bullshit. So I was gonna call and be like, "Where's the pilot?" Because I want to fucking let him know that he's an idiot. Because the worst thing is, and this is for all the pilots that are out there listening, the worst thing is when you're sitting there and the pilot don't tell you what the fuck's going on.
Oh, I know.
Because you're in that little seat. There's probably some dickhead next to you. And just tell us what's going on, right? Am I right? It's like when the waiter is like, not, when you're waiting for your food and the waiter's not around. Like, just tell us what the fuck's going on. It's a lack of information that makes people crazy.
I think that's a type personality. You used to knowing what's going on. I just know I'm not going anywhere for a while, and I just kind of go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, here's another thing. I'm just kidding.
Yo, real quick though,
always
you know
cracks
what
me
you
up that
don't see?
people go to sleep right away. Like I've taken some late flights, like 10:30 at night, and people go. As soon as the plane takes off, they're asleep. I'm like, wait, you guys just fall asleep automatically at 11
You
o'clock?
stay up.
Or
No, when I
are
fly,
you taking some medicine?
when
or-
I fly, I just don't go to sleep the night before.
for real?
Yeah.
You stay up on purpose.
Yeah, stay up on purpose and I don't eat. That way, like I'm like
You don't have to
weak
shit
on
near the
energy. I don't
pilot?
have to shit. I'm weak on energy and I pass out. So basically,
What
like
do you do, Tom?
Tom doesn't get on planes.
Yes, I do, Dave. I've been on planes a bunch of times, thanks.
Look at you getting
when
all
I'm
sassy
tired, I go to
inside eye.
sleep, and when
But it always kills me that people go to sleep immediately because I'm so
angrily
jealous.
think about the day
'Cause I
before,
always-
like you, for 3 hours.
I always think I got to
And then
stay up
have a
in case the
fucking
pilots
30-minute
fuck up,
spasm
you know what I
nap.
mean?
You're not gonna do anything. You're
No,
going
I
down
can't. I'm
with
too.
the shit.
It's hard to sleep when you're going 500 miles an hour and you're 6 miles in the air. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
you-
know how people sleep. But like, is that a
worry too
relaxing
much.
situation? Are they all on the same
It's out of your
medication?
control. If we wake up on the other
The
side,
seats are so small and they're tight, and I don't know how people can actually, because I can't sleep on an
But they
airplane.
all.
The
they
pilot. I hope you're not sleeping.
Only when
See
I'm
what I'm
flying,
saying? But
control.
everyone's like out immediately. It's unbelievable.
yeah, man.
do that.
You got. You know what you
Thanks,
don't see
Paul.
anymore.
We'll
up there?
probably come back to you later. What?
You don't see much of those gay air stewardess anymore either. Like it's all chicks now. It used to be a lot of gay dudes. up
No.
there.
Now I was on a flight the other day. It was 3 dudes as flight attendants. I'm like, finally. Because then, some shit goes down. Aren't they trying to hire more dudes because they can fight better? Women, like you said, women can't even get their bag in the overhead.
Whoa,
in the
dude! You
airplane.
just took a headbutt to the face and didn't do shit about it. And you're gonna say dudes can
I
fight
call the
better.
police. What white people do. when
That's
there's a
not what we
situation.
need in the sky when ISIS.
No, but I was on
Hey,
a flight
ISIS
with
is up here.
Three dudes. I think one of them was gay and one of them was bi. But the point is, it's all dudes, and I'd rather have 3 dudes
Something for everybody up there.
for
huh?
everybody.
Yeah, that's pretty
It
good.
tastes like shit. Anyway, 3 dudes, and I feel better with 3 dudes because I'm married, and there's not a lot of hot young flight attendants in the air because I guess women don't retire, so there's no jobs, right? I mean, on the newer airlines,
Hot chicks are just on flights going to Miami, Cancun. Like they're picking their flights accordingly.
probably
So if you're flying to Middle America, yeah, that's the one Agnes is. gonna be
private
on.
jets, right? I guess they get young flight attendants on private jets, so you can get a fucking.
That's probably where all the gay guys are too, going to Miami and shit like that.
No, but they're hiring more ever since 9/11. Aren't they trying to hire more guys as flight attendants?
Oh,
everything.
It's
is
crazy. I came through the airport in Toronto last month, and there's like a full Muslim woman in the hijab, like working for the TSA, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me! Like, this is the lady that's asking me
She
whether
probably
I have shit in my
knows what's
pocket.
going on because she's got her ear to the ground in
And
the
she was
community.
she was so unnecessary because literally the guy asked me to empty out my pockets, and then I took 3 steps, and then there's this woman in a hijab asking me the same shit. I wouldn't answer her. I just looked at the guy like, can you please fill this bitch in on what you just asked me? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, why is she here?
God, black people are racist too.
No, it's like when you call the airlines and they go, you got to give them all your flight information. And then when you get a flight, and then when you get somebody on the phone, they go, well, where are you flying? I go, I just told the fucking automated cunt.
Yeah. Well, I think that's to help train you to get in line and get used to taking it. You know what I mean? Taking it up the ass.
Mm-hmm.
We have
But I have flown United recently, and boy, have they taken their foot off your neck. Like, you don't have to take your shoes off to go through anymore. Like, you just, it's like
Where?
really relaxed. Here in New York. You just walk right through now.
That's if you have TSA pre-check.
No, I don't have that shit.
I'm in TSA pre-check. I feel like I want to do some crazy shit because they just let me do whatever I want. I don't have to take my jacket off. I just wave my gun. I just read a story that people like they like 3,000 guns a year are confiscated just in the United States, going through checkpoints in the United States. So it's like, that many people have a fucking gun?
How many
Probably
people
YouTube
fucking try to get
pranksters.
them through airport
No, in
security?
Texas, I was just in Texas. They said 7 people. For how many people? However many people, the average is 7 guns per person.
You should have. I'm surprised Texas doesn't have like a gun check, like the same way a coat check, where you just kind of leave your gun and take.
Right.
Because those guys, they walk around with their guns everywhere.
Right. They have you can carry them on the conceal. What do you call it when you carry them on the outside?
That's open carry.
Open carry.
See, long haul.
You have a gun?
Short haul.
Dave, you have a gun?
Yeah, I got guns.
He's got one under his hat right now.
My guns are registered though. My guns are.
Oh, you have a
registered.
gun? Big A, you got a gun? Nor should you. Anyway, Tom, you got a gun?
Don't touch this
It's
stuff.
so funny that we automatically assume you got a gun because you're black.
I don't think it's because
He's
I'm
got a
black.
family too.
So why does he need
I'm
a
a man-
gun
I'm
with a
man's
family?
man.
That makes
I had
it worse.
guns before I had the family.
How many guns you got?
I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse if that goes down.
Whoa, so you're saying you got an AR-15
Nah, but I do have a few shotguns.
Where?
I had like
in your house?
yeah.
Where? Like on top of the silverware?
No.
Like on top of where the cover?
My shotguns and stuff are like downstairs in the basement. All of the rounds and stuff are in the garage. All that stuff is locked up.
You know how to shoot?
Oh yeah. I got.
You go to training?
I go to the range. Spend about $80 throwing shells through the paper.
Who you
into the
plan on
wall.
shooting?
Whoever.
Whenever. Bitch, what do you want?
I got one in my nightstand.
Oh my God! If I had a gun, how much? I couldn't even think about having a gun.
There's a lot of responsibility.
It's too much responsibility.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Plus, how you live with your kids or no?
Yeah. But I work with.
Machi.
You teach the kids about guns.
Allie, you got a gun?
No, but when I lived in Vegas, I did.
Oh,
You know what's funny? I just bought.
Well, you look like you've fired a gun a few times
most
in your
recent-
life.
I do. I
You
kept
shoot
it in my
somebody.
pants.
Sure.
The most recent gun that I bought in February, I bought it from.
Black History Month. You always got to get a new gun. Black History Month.
I went to a gun
But
expo,
they funny if they give you a coupon. Black History Month magazine.
but I bought it from a redneck named Jeb from Knob Creek, West Virginia. He had Confederate flags on his suspenders. We
How'd
sparked
you
up
meet
a
him? You
conversation.
met him at a.
He was a vendor at the expo, and it was funny. I just walked past his table. He had all
Where's
kinds
the
of
expo?
like what is that? It's fucking. I want to say Eagle, Pennsylvania, or like one of those weird.
Erie?
No. This is like Central Pennsylvania.
And you went there to buy a gun.
Well, I'll go to the expo, check out.
So you're a
new
gun
ammo and shit.
advocate.
Yeah. But when you're in that lifestyle, they do teach you about training and introducing your children to guns and stuff like that. It's all about safety.
Who teaches you? The redneck? Who
Yeah,
sells
they've
it
got
to you?
pamphlets and classes and everything on how to introduce your children to guns. The reason why,
Introduce them.
Tanisha's first Glock.
the same way you would introduce your kid to anything, you sit down and you show them how it's used, you explain to them the dangers of it. Kids get hurt
I
with
showed
guns.
my kids how to smoke, so it's similar similar like that?
Exactly.
But how do you show them how to use a gun without using a gun?
No, you use it. You use it. My
Shoot
daughter
it in the house?
My oldest daughter. No, shoot in the house. My oldest daughter is 12. She'll be 13, and she's.
Hell, even when we talk about guns, people be like, I'll get tweets be like, Brennan, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All I know is like, I can't, it's too much responsibility. I don't want a fucking gun in my house. I don't even like sharp knives in my house.
Yeah. It's definitely a thing. Like it's
My wife, because my wife will stab me with the sharp knife.
No, yeah, she's Puerto Rican. But your daughter's 12 or 13. What is she? Have she fired a gun? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let me take her to the
Show and tell.
To the outdoor range, But I want her to have that kind of confidence. So, Allie, you said you shot a gun. Has it built up confidence for you? You feel a certain way?
I mean, I owned a gun.
Yeah.
So I did shoot it. It was fun.
Did it stimulate you at all?
No.
Where you put it when you carry it outside? Where you put it?
In her purse.
No, well, yeah, I put it in my trunk. It's different in Nevada. The laws are different, but I'd only if I took it to the range. But I lived alone, and I wanted to kill someone if they came in my house. So
Yeah.
And you lived in a house or in a unit?
A house.
I could see that. Do you guys have guns? John and Gary, you have guns?
I don't have any, but I've shot them a bunch, and it's fucking awesome. I have nothing against guns.
Yeah.
I think when I'm on the road, when I'm in Texas at Hyenas in August 12 and 13. I'm not looking at my book.
Sometimes I think you're having a stroke.
Find a gun.
No, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna. Can you rent a gun?
Yeah, you go to the range.
I gotta have more experiences.
You go to the range. Start off with a revolver and get used to the bang and the recoil, and then just work your way
Can
up.
I get a gun that if I turn it on myself, it won't shoot?
But it's pretty hard. It's
one way
harder
to find out.
It's harder to pull the trigger than you think. Like a gun has to be adjusted. See, that's the other thing. Like when I hear like about little kids like pulling the trigger, like you've altered that trigger to be very hair sensitive. You know what I mean? Yeah, because for most of them,
Hard to pull the trigger.
it's harder than you.
Yeah, but kids
think.
are pretty stubborn. They'll
But,
try to. They'll
I
stick
mean,
with something.
like
it's also
Tupac.
made for like an adult hand where your finger curl around it. You got to have some inches.
Scary. Plus, no disrespect to my wife, but she's a hothead.
Yeah, she'd shoot you.
If we both had guns, if we had his and her guns, we would at some point we would come like this.
Yeah.
Like a fucking Western movie.
Can I address that too? I think that's interesting. I hear like a lot of white guys that like have another woman that's not white. They always talk about, well, I know that thing. I know that fire or that Latino passion or whatever the case might be. But you realize that you got a watered down version of a Latina, right?
Yeah, because she fucks you.
Exactly. Like the minute that she took on the white guy, she's like not full Latina anymore.
She lost her street cred.
Because she's
matter how many
supposed to be in a
sunglasses you
very
wear.
domestic violent relationship. She's supposed to be visiting a guy in prison, and she didn't want that. You
wanted
got
a
a
better
softer
life.
version. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think you're right. That's why I'm speechless. Because you're.
She's got a white guy who's riding a bicycle around and telling fucking jokes. Like she's not full Latina. You know what I mean?
A fucking bike.
Yeah.
Not a motorcycle. People go. I took my when I tell people sometimes I go, yeah, I rode my bike here. They go, you got a motorcycle? I go, no, motherfucker. First of all, I could never have a motorcycle because I would definitely crash because I'm a loser. I would the first pothole I would hit, I would crash and then my gun would go off and it would shoot me right in the head.
Oh man.
I can't be tempted.
There's no
with
better
any kind
feeling
of
than riding a
wiping out.
motorcycle with a gun in the back of your pants, and you just know as the wind is going up, people are just seeing and they go, "Oh, what's that guy up to?"
Seriously?
Oh yeah, man. Like
Where have you done that on the highway?
Oh yeah, man. I used to ride. I used to be
I
scared.
didn't know he's so street. I thought since he hung out with you, it's like my wife married me. He was watered down because he's hanging around with
he's the
NPR Tom.
He's the streetest person.
I'm not the streetest person. I'm a
In
normal
in
guy.
our group of friends, you do the most.
No,
of
I'm the
this
guy
shit.
who tells you guys what I'm really dealing with. You guys are dealing with shit too. You guys just don't talk about it. Like right now, I just lost fucking $1,600. I fucking took a car that I was selling to the goddamn mechanic to put a new fuel pump on it, and the fucking city took it for tickets. So I'm like, fuck, Like,
That's a black problem, right?
yeah, I guess so, man. I'm
Because you're supposed
so
to pay
pissed
your
off.
tickets. Did you not
I
know
was
you?
about to sell the fucking car, so I wasn't going to pay the goddamn
you were
tickets.
you sold a car so the new guy would have the tickets.
Huh? No,
The new guy have the
it
ticket?
goes to the plate, but the plate, I don't have to worry about the plate if I don't have the car anymore. So my goal was to sell the car and get the money.
And not have to worry about the
And the
tickets.
mechanic fixed it and then parked it on the street, and then the city took it.
Oh, schnippity schnappity.
Yeah, so now I got a mechanic screaming down my ear for money, and I'm like, man, fuck you, you know? And I had to tell my lady, get in the car and drive off. Don't pay him.
And that's when he went like this to the dude.
I know. Now, see, that's why I have a gun, because if that guy shows up to my driveway going, I need my fucking money, okay, what are you going to do, you know?
Oh, my God. You show him your gun?
Nah, I mean, you can't just brandish a weapon. You know what I mean? Because
No.
that's a crime. That's a crime.
Bend over, drop something. Then you bend over and show him your ass and your gun.
That was the way I used to get paid in hood rooms.
What?
So in hood rooms, when you do a black room, usually you got to get patted down to go inside, right? And black rooms are typically difficult to get
Oh
paid
my
in.
God! What the fuck? Keith has his
Oh,
gun.
he's got a gun on him? Yeah, see?
Is that a gun or like a laser gun?
No, he's got a gun. He
Taser
has
gun.
to have a gun. Keith. I think he has to have a gun because he's a former cop. I think.
Well, he has a license to carry one.
Yeah, and I think he's
But
supposed to have a. Are you supposed to have a
used
gun
to-
even when you're retired?
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, you're entitled to have it. You don't have to have it.
No, but are you supposed to have it just because you know what? In case something breaks out at a liquor store, you're there.
Well, I would like to rather have one than not if something like that happened.
No,
Sure.
but when you're a cop, you're supposed to have a gun at all times, right?
Yeah, unless
But-
you're drinking.
But when you retire, you don't. They say it's up to you.
Right, up to you.
All right.
They
'Cause
are.
Dave has a gun, and at least has one gun on him.
Don't say that.
Dave Temple was shot
What was
at
I about to
Compound
say?
Media today.
No, I would do anything for ratings.
Oh yeah, when you go to black rooms, if you know you're gonna get paid if you show up to the door with a gun, and when security pats you down and go, you can't bring that in here.
Yeah.
And then when the promoter goes, hey, that's my comedian. Where's he going? And the security explains to him, no, he's got a piece on him. He's got to put that back in the car. So then they know, I better.
Oh, everybody
I better have
knows.
this guy's money, regardless of I can't pull any funny business with that.
And 3 hours later, the show starts,
Right.
and everyone talks. It's a great time.
But it was a technique to know I wasn't going to deal with any bullshit, from certain promoters.
It is weird that like all the white comics are always like, oh man. But when you start at black rooms, it is a different kind of a situation, right?
Yeah, because
Where they don't pay you, and then it's like a street thing, and then like that.
they want to see what they can get away with. Yeah, if you're not willing to go to blows for it, then they're going to take advantage of it every time. Plain and simple,
Yeah, man.
I just had to shake. See, now this is the thing. Wasn't being a gangster. I was standing up for my woman. I just had to shake a guy down who burnt my girl for $250. And they had to tell me where I could find him. I found
You
him.
sound like a real fucking pimp. Anyway,
This guy was-
because my guy burns your girl for $250. Like
here's
I gotta get paid because
here's the funny thing.
if she don't
Take
get
that out of
paid, I don't get
context.
paid.
Yeah,
I
that's.
found this guy. He was in a check cashing place selling DVDs, right?
Yeah.
And
What's your girlfriend buying DVDs for? It's
no, they were supposed to work
2017.
they were working on something together. I don't know where the fuck she knew this guy from, but she told me where to find him. I walk in. He doesn't know who I am, so he thinks I'm coming in to buy DVDs.
Yeah.
So at least I got the drop on him to get up close to him and stand over him.
I'm sorry. We have to pause the conversation for just a second. Did she buy DVDs from him?
No. You know my lady Vens, and she sells shit, and they were supposed to go together to an event.
Do the plug for
and pay
candles right
for it.
now.
Oh yeah, Char's Creations on Etsy.com. We need that badly. I just lost $1,600, so go to her thing and buy some soaps.
And if you don't buy any candles, don't be surprised if Dave shows up to your house with a fucking gun. So, maybe get a.
Do you see the fucking hat? I'm wearing a fedora and a watch, for crying out loud. I'm a nice guy out here. Right?
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Get back to
No,
it.
but it is funny how like every black comic has like a backstory.
Of course.
Oh yeah, mine's is
Like Mike Yard, like I don't know exactly his backstory, but it's like, yeah, I used to rob people, and it's like you did.
Yeah.
Like how many white comics used to rob? And it's not even like a big deal. He laughs it off, but like
Can we get back to this limited edition flubber DVD?
in the
that Dave's,
community, some things are just
wife got
totally
burned on?
acceptable.
yeah,
you know?
definitely. It's just the way we
Go
grew up.
ahead, go ahead.
So I walk up on this guy, and by the time I'm standing over him, and he thinks I want a DVD, and
Seated.
Yeah, he's seated. I take my glasses off and I go, do you have this money for Char that you owe her on vending? And immediately the fear came over his face because I'm standing over him and he realizes, like, fuck, this guy's got too close. There's nothing I can do. And he had a pouch on with all his money in it that he'd been selling. He tried to give me $20, tell me that was all he could give me, and like I had to, threaten physical, like, look, get up, I'm going through your pockets, I'm going through the pouch, I found the money in there. You know, I found like $190, so I didn't get the full $250 back, but I got $190 from him. And you know, I walked out, and I was
Slap him?
No, you know
That's some man shit though. I'm getting a little hot and heavy over here.
Here's the
just hearing
thing. Now
about
here's the
this.
fucked up thing. Right?
You go, here's your pouch, bitch. And you bitch slapped him.
This is what was so fucked up about this shit, right? We pulled up in a minivan, right? So my lady's driving the minivan.
She was there?
Yeah, I got my 2 kids in the back seat of the minivan, and I'm like, let me go in and handle this. Now, she's never done anything like this with me. So my thing
on
is,
her own, mostly.
my thing is, stay in the car. I'm gonna go in. I'll get the money, and then I'm gonna come out and we pull the fuck off.
Yeah.
So as I'm
You
going
get this
through
good dick
guy's-
afterwards.
But that's
right?
what OJ did. That's why OJ went to jail. Same
Exactly.
thing, right?
That's- and
So
that's
you're breaking the
bullshit.
law, right?
No. Well, you know what helped me out?
You have a gun?
I didn't have a gun. Because then I'm really in trouble. But I go in there.
You a snitch?
I
What's
get the
wrong with you?
fucking money.
I just can't believe they do this shit.
I go through his pouch. I pull out $190. And when I turn around to see if anyone else, because it's a check cashing place. People are at the window,
How'd you get in? How'd you get to him? Usually check
He's
cashing
sitting
is behind the
no,
window.
he's not working there.
This dude
He's just
sells
in the
DVDs
lobby
at the check
selling
cashing
DVDs
place?
in the lobby.
Oh, where is this? In
This is in Philly. This is in Philly. This is in Germantown. Yeah.
Part of Germantown.
So
Germans don't live there anymore.
not anymore at all.
Lock doors. All right. That's
So
not even that bad in
the
Germany.
guy, I turn around to see, just to make sure no one else is getting involved or coming behind me, because I'm basically robbing this guy, but it's money that's owed to
Are
me.
you saying it like under your breath, or is everybody at the check cashing place?
Everyone, no, I'm yelling now and everyone can hear it. And I'm telling them, don't make this a
on your
situation.
side? Is everybody on your side?
Just watching, right?
He's white. He's white.
No, fuck no. So,
Blackish too.
yeah,
He's a white guy selling DVDs at the check cashing
the
place in
hood.
Germany.
That's how you know it's good quality. If a white guy's selling DVDs, you know you can expect quality.
no, anybody selling DVDs in this day and age is fucked, all right? So, when I turn around, my fucking girl is standing in the check cashing place behind. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing
They
in
never
here?
listen.
Right.
They never listen.
Unbelievable.
So I give her the money. I'm like, he only had 190 on him. What do you want to do? And she just goes, all right, I guess that's fine. So I'm like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. And as I walk out, I thought the guy was coming behind me like to hit me. So, I kind of turned around and threw this flex like, what are you doing? You want to fight? You want to come outside? Because we can do that too. And I said that, but I didn't really mean that because I didn't want to fight this guy in front of the check cashing place. My fucking kids are in the van. You know what I mean? I want them seeing that shit.
Yeah.
So now we go
This
outside.
right, when? This was last week?
This was, yeah.
This right before you went down my parents' shore house?
Yes, this is the Monday before I went down there. We needed that money to go down to the shore. So
My parents let him go down their shore house, and he's flexing on DVD salesman right before he goes down.
He needed money for the rides on the boardwalk.
Yeah, you fucking
Wait,
exactly.
so
Cotton
and he was in a house by himself, no supervision?
There's cameras in there, I'm sure.
No, I'm saying your parents weren't there, you weren't there?
No, they trust me. They gave us a key.
Damn. Can I
I'm a
get the
good
key?
guy.
Friends. I don't know. My dad
here's-
doesn't like you.
So when I come out of the fucking check cashing place, she turned off the van and she has the key in her hand with her. So
Oh
we
my
can't even
God.
do a fast getaway.
Oh my! And the kids were in there getting
Kids are in there,
overheated,
like,
right?
What the fuck are you doing?
Maybe mom a driver.
Right.
Am I
She
right?
cracked the
Come on.
window.
Yeah, she had the windows cracked, but it's funny. She gets in the car and she's just like, "Oh, thank you, baby." I'm like, "Bitch, start the car. Let's go. We got to pull the fuck off." Now,
Is she driving or you driving?
She was driving. She was driving.
You don't have your license suspended?
I just got my license back.
Every black dude's license is suspended, even if they're in the NFL. Like you guys don't have don't you have an off season to get all your shit done?
I'm not going.
Your taxes and check your license.
What was his DVD collection like? What was he selling?
Oh well, here was the funniest part, at least to me.
Probably like Kevin Hart, fucking bootleg, and right,
That's how you know you made it. If they bootlegging your shit,
right.
that's official. You made it. But the way
Yeah,
when I got, we go
Izzy
to
loves
pull off
company bootleg.
Bootlegging free shit?
season 1 and 2, yeah.
Season 1 and 2.
But we go to pull off, and the other people who were in the check cashing place, who like pretty much just watched me go in this
They were
guy's
clapping.
pocket,
They gave you.
they started taking his fucking DVDs. Like the minute that they realized this guy was all pussy, they
Streets
just
is,
Really?
Streets is watching.
there was blood in the water, and they just
Not only that,
immediately.
He's watching.
talking too.
He's watching.
I'm seeing this
Hey,
guy
and right in front of the guy.
when we're pulling off. He's chasing people out of the store who have handfuls.
They're looting. They're fucking looting.
They smell blood in the water. Like, oh, this guy's pussy.
The streets are nasty.
Let's just fucking take everything.
Streets are
from him.
unforgiving.
So we really ruined that guy's day. But he owed my girl $250 for at least like a month. You know what I mean?
That's a good story. Tom, try to top that with your fucking, you guys went to the library.
you guys, your fucking white
you couldn't
problem.
find your library card.
Out
and she
here.
went-
I want to
Remember you
do
used rent
comedy,
movies?
and I got to shake people down for $250.
Where'd you go to the beach?
Wildwood.
Oh, Wildwood. That's where you belong. Because I'm saying I used to have...
Yeah.
What does that
It's
mean?
wild, yo. It's wild. Oh, he just almost robbed a dude. He just
that's
OJ'd a
crazy
dude,
shit.
and then he got his cash, and now he's going down. And Wildwood is cooler. I used to have a house in Ocean City, and that ain't. You can't even drink in Ocean City. It's a dry town. Yeah, it's
Really?
fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Could you imagine him going to the store and demanding some alcohol?
I don't think they would let him in Ocean City.
Have you ever been?
they-
My fucking.
they let you-
Have you ever been? No, for example, Sea Isle, New Jersey. Have you
did
ever been to
well in
Sea Isle?
Jersey.
Yeah, that's nice.
There are literally maybe 2 black people on that
Yeah,
island.
but they don't care. Everyone's drunk there. Listen, do you sunburn, Dave?
I got some itches right here. Is that sunburned?
Eczema.
I mean,
Eczema, yeah.
because my wife, she'll, I say like, you don't know what sunburn is. She goes, no, I got some. My wife says if it hurts, it's sunburn, which is maybe true, but it's not red. It turns tan immediately.
Yeah.
Her dad, who's as dark as you, he's Panamanian. He complains he's been sunburned. I go, no, you're not sunburned. I would love to just go to the beach and just fucking just relax and not.
Yeah,
not
because
to
we
worry
didn't have
about-
any umbrellas or anything.
Not worry about nothing.
Where's suntan lotion?
It don't work because I'm gonna. First, I'm gonna miss a spot. I'll end up like your fucking girlfriend with half and half.
He's Italian, so it worked out okay.
No, but I'm
yeah.
saying it's like you still are gonna miss a spot. It's like cooking a rotisserie chicken. You got to turn over, then you got to do that side, and it's not worth the headache. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
not worth the headache.
Beach is a weird place. I don't know.
If you're dark, it's a great place. It's fucking
We're not
great.
many dark people
If
down
you're
there.
Italian or higher, then like Italian going from, you know what I mean? Once you're Italian, Greek, Hispanic, and then we're talking about Haitians at the end of the spectrum.
You lost
guys
me.
know
You
what I'm
started going
talking
through
about?
a swatch of racism, and
No,
I
I'm talking about darkness. I'm talking darkness. Like some people never sunburn and they don't understand like what a fucking nightmare it is. It's a nightmare getting a sunburn.
I got burned.
My
like,
brother-in-law
2 weeks ago.
died. My brother-in-law died of suntan.
How the
Suntan?
Jesus Christ! How is that possible? To
He
be
died.
that white
They-
that the sun kills you?
It's skin cancer?
sun
Yeah, the
kills
sun
you.
killed
White people
him.
are the devil. That is what it comes down to.
No, son,
The
no, I
sun
had
kills white
a
people.
cousin. I had a cousin die of skin cancer. He was a kid. He was young. I don't know how, but he got it on his head, so they didn't really see it because I think it was growing on his, and they can't see it with the hair. And then when they find it, it's too late.
Dude.
My brother-in-law, the same thing. He used to take his shirt off more and then they find out he's got skin cancer and it's stage 4, and then it's too late.
My uncle had it. I think what it is with suntan, like with that, you can't be
No,
scared
they
of
don't
the sun.
check it. What do you mean scared? It's not a dog.
Can I ever just get a fucking
Scared of
word
the-
in
scared of the
edgewise
sun?
as opposed to talking over you screaming? What I'm saying is when you get really burned as a white person, it's because you try to avoid the sun, and then when you get caught out there, you get really fucked. If you try to like do it the right way and be in the sun and use proper lotion and shit, you're not going to probably get suntan.
Or you guys could go and pick
all I
cotton
mean.
for 400 years and build up a tolerance, huh? You ever thought about that?
Oh, that old trope. Get over it. Am I right? Jesus.
First of all, I don't need a tan. And second of all, if I did it perfectly, it would still turn white immediately.
Saying you're in more trouble if you avoid the sun and
no,
then
I'm
you
saying when
get
I was a
burned really badly.
kid, I caddied. The first
Me
day.
too.
The
Shea
first
Wood
day-
Platt Caddy Scholar.
No, the first day I would get burned. Then the next day I would eventually turn reddish brown.
Yeah.
But wouldn't stay tan. It would just turn white as soon as it was over. So I would just use suntan lotion to protect my neck and arms and my legs or whatever. But it wasn't like I was. If I try to get a tan, it's so fucking time consuming. It's not worth it. You're just better off being blessed with dark skin.
Yeah,
That's
because
what I'm
those
saying.
kids that I see swimming with like the long sleeve shirts and that safari hat, like with the do rag bag.
Yeah, like if you're
That is
white,
fucking hilarious.
if you're white and you have children with a white woman, you're cursing your kids
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
lifetime. My kids will never have to be like, Mom, where's, because they don't burn. They burn like once. My daughters burn once. And again, it turns brown the very next day. But if you're like like I know friends of mine that are like pale and they marry a pale woman, that's just dumb. It's dumb because the future is brown people.
True.
yeah.
So to have your kids always worried about the T-shirt and getting a sunburn, or everyone else is out there playing, and you can't do enough. You can't cover up enough because first of all, I say this. They say the sun it's waterproof. Suntan lotion is not waterproof because nothing's waterproof.
No, when they
Water
say
will fucking.
waterproof-
You see what water did to the Grand Canyon? You're a pilot, right? Water don't give a shit about nothing. It's like black people in the ghetto. They don't give a shit about nothing.
Quite the
No, like what they did to the DVD guy. Nature will run its course. And nature is at its very best in the fucking ghetto.
Save his water. In
That's
this
when
situation.
shit go down. Like even what he said about my wife is true. My wife, she ain't in the ghetto. She probably lost her
still
all
interact with her
ghetto
family at all?
instincts.
Does she still deal with her family much?
Yeah, but she grew up in the Bronx. Her dad one time said drop and roll. Like my dad never said drop and roll because there was gunplay. So he said drop and roll to the curb.
They said
or
that
roll next
if
to
we
the
ever
next to a
catch
car.
on fire, though, that they would say that when we were young, if you caught on fire, stop, drop, and roll.
But you also relied on cartoon characters to teach your children that.
Who caught on fire?
You never heard that when you were little?
Yeah, but who
Stop,
caught on
drop, and roll.
fire? Who caught on fire?
No
Care
one,
Bear.
but
They
it's
would show
something
like
that
a
they
Care
said.
Bear do it. And that's
Nobody
all.
catches on fire, but everyone gets almost
You
shot.
know what?
That's true.
Oh,
You know a black guy
what's
doesn't
crazy?
have a gun?
Yeah, plenty of black guys.
Who?
I don't know, the deacon
Burning
at the
Bridges,
church.
huh?
The deacon at the church.
Burning bridges.
Dean Edwards?
I don't think
I like how your idea of burning bridges is exposing a black man who doesn't have a gun.
Yeah, none of the guys who hands up don't shoot. None of those guys. Trayvon didn't have a gun. Mike Brown didn't have a gun.
Yeah, but Mike Brown was a kid, and Mike Brown was a mess. I mean, the guy was like 6'10", and he's going at
That's the only reason why he was a mess, because he was big.
No, because he was going at a cop car. Like, you can't go at a cop. I even know that. Like, even as a white guy, you can't go at a
I don't
cop.
want to argue with it, but we don't know what happened. I mean,
I saw the video.
what video?
I mean, I saw some video.
So
I
one
saw
of them.
I saw a DVD.
Watching that through those glasses
saw one
there,
of
huh?
them.
I saw a stepdad porn video where
Yeah.
a guy kept going at a lady cop.
Uh,
Oh, that's sad. I can't even watch porn anymore because of that reason.
you've mentioned
It's
that
too
before.
close. It's just too much. It's too much. Like everything's like fucking stepdad, and it's too much. Like I miss back in the day where right.
Yeah, and a little bit of, and the black porn has zero production value at all anymore. It's just like people with their cell phones. They're on Snapchat, just fucking girls. Like I got a lot of friends that just send me. I don't know how Snapchat works, but it's like they just send you videos and like, here, you interested in this? And I guess I'm supposed to reply. Are any of you guys on Snapchat?
No.
I don't touch this stuff.
Yeah.
Can I mention something right now? Getting off topic, and
Oh no! Don't get off topic.
this is getting off topic with Comedy Tom. I noticed this. I just realized this right now. Sometimes when like people watch this, like my parents would yell at me because I would like itch my nose, and I don't do that anywhere else. And I'm itching my nose again. I think I'm allergic to you. I think I have an allergy to Kevin Brennan. I'm just realizing it now that I never itch my nose except when I'm around
I
you.
think I do. I think
You're like a cat or
I
something.
make people.
Well, he's got a Latina wife, and she washes the laundry and salsa.
I wish she did. I wish she gave me more material like that, where she's like, "Oh look, oh I stabbed you, oh no."
Adios mio,
It
Kevin.
was more like Lucy and Desi. Oh no, Desi. Oh, like that. No, my wife's first husband was white, and I'm white, so I sometimes I bring it up like my wife's
the only one
my
that
wife
she
sold
tells you
out,
about.
and
That
my
means
wife
she
my wife
probably-
fucked up my credit. The joke is black women fuck up your credit, black people. My wife fucked up my credit. That's a fact. I can show you my credit reports from when I married her to when before I married her to when I married her. It's been downhill since.
Well, that's why she has you. She got up and out of the
And
Bronx
I got
on
her
your
so my
ticket.
kids wouldn't get sunburned because all summer I got to worry about them. Dad, I got sunburned or put
That's a
suntan.
good trade.
I don't want to deal with that.
She
Good
had
trade-off.
kids before you?
No, can you believe it? So she was really Hispanic because
I don't think. Did you meet the other guy? Do you know for sure the other guy's white? I feel like she had like a Vato gangster.
he was
type dude.
Italian, but he was definitely white, and he
Yeah.
was because he knows. I know who he is. You know, I've seen pictures.
Because remember when Jennifer
You guys
Lopez?
call it pixters.
Remember when Jennifer Lopez?
I've seen Snapchats.
Huh? How do you guys say pictures?
Pictures.
Pictures. I don't even know what that means.
Pixters. No, but why
Remember
you
when-
guys? Why you still
remember-
say? Why you want a guy here? I'm on the subject. Do you still say? Why you say axe?
I don't say that, but I know what you're talking about. It's just
Is it? Do you know it's ask and they just want it? It's just more fun to say axe.
No, they don't. They don't. It's just the way
How you spell it if you texting axe?
they probably will. Yeah, they probably will.
crazy.
Most of them don't know. It's like when people add S on words, like, oh, I'm about to go
Children's.
down to the Acme's. There's no S on Acme's.
People don't know what an Acme is,
Yeah,
but I
it's
know.
Plural.
Right.
Acme's a supermarket in supermarket
There's a lot-
chain in Philadelphia.
There's a popular rapper, Meek Mill, who they still add S on his name, Meek Mills. They'll see him in concert and it's Mill, but they just go Meek Mills. Like it's a
Valentine's.
yeah, exactly. It's just a way. Instagram. There's some people who say Instagram. You know what I mean? I don't know. Or Sync was always pronounced Zinc by a lot of older people. I don't know where the fuck that comes from.
Anyway, I just think it's funny you still say axe, but here's the thing. I ran into Ben Bailey this weekend,
Oh, name dropping.
and he goes, he's a big dude. And I usually avoid him if I see him because I know he's kind of mad at me for whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm off your point. Maybe I'm alert. People are allergic to me.
Uh-huh.
So he comes. I'm at the Village Underground, the cellar. So he comes up. There's nobody there but me and two other bouncers, two door guys there. And if I run it, if I like skedaddle,
Yeah.
it obviously looks like I'm like.
People are gonna start stealing your DVDs.
So then
Streets is watching. On McDougal.
So then he goes, hey man, you still talking shit about me on your podcast? I go, no. I go, no, it's not like that. I go, no, most of the time I just talk shit because, you were friends with Lenny. I would just say, because it would get Lenny all bent out of shape. He goes, oh, so it hasn't been since Lenny? I go, no. And I don't know how much I've done it really, but sometimes I start to think like, how far am I going to take this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I quit when I was doing that Riotcast, one of the reasons why I kind of want to get out of there a little bit was because it was getting I was trashing too many people. And then eventually I was going to have to say shit about this. I didn't want, basically the deal was with Noam, don't talk shit about the club and don't, I don't have anything bad to say about the club for the most
just
part.
can't help yourself.
And then sometimes it's almost like, where you keep trying to top yourself.
So let me ask you this.
Who is the guy who's trying to top himself? I'm trying to think of like a guy I just thought like trying to, I can't. Anyway, but if you're like a little bit outrageous and you keep trying to top yourself, eventually you're going to get into trouble. You know what I mean?
you
You're going to
say
say shit about the wrong guy.
Are you aware of what you're saying when you're saying it, or do you just kind of black out and just kind of start going?
I mean, it depends. Like when I used to do the show at Riotcast, a lot of times I would just do it because I know it would like really get Lenny's fucking panties in a bunch because he was either friends with a guy. And I know sometimes it would be so like or like not politically correct to say it or whatever the right term is. It's just, so I would do it for like the shock value, also for the comedy value. But then when the show's over, you're like, oh shit, because people do hear, and you can't really get away with anything because people will tweet the motherfucker. So Ben goes, yeah, he goes, I go, where'd you hear it? He goes, I don't hear it. He goes, a friend of mine's friend told him. He told me. Plus,
You know what?
plus
That's
people talk
interesting.
shit about me, and then they get the clip, and then they tweet it to me. So people will do the fucking the tech work for you. So all you got to do is hit play, and you can hear people talking shit about you. You
know what? That's interesting because you're doing bitch ass shit, but people are what they're doing is just as bitch ass, and I have a big problem with that, like that reporter type thing, that whole like, oh, they didn't hear it, but I'm going to make sure. Like, I don't like that culture of I'm going to film someone doing something wrong and make sure that the world sees what this motherfucker did. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's doing bitch ass shit. I think
Well, he's not
good
standing
at.
behind it. Like, I don't think I think you'd have got beat up a few times in the hood, and you would have either stopped talking shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, well,
or
there's
you
that.
would have gone like, okay, I'm going to have to start learning how to fight because I'm going to stand behind my words. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's like the biggest thing in the hood, but there's no money or anything to fight over, so your rep is all you have. So if someone's talking shit, they show up at your door, and like most of the fights you see on the internet is over someone talking shit on Facebook.
One of the reasons I went after Ben Bailey was because not went after him, but Lenny's friends with him, but also was like I was talking shit about a lot of people that were either women's folks.
Women's? I don't like women's.
Put an S on that. No, but either women's or male comics that I could take. You know what I mean? So I felt like I was being a coward. So then when I brought up, when the Ben Bailey thing came up, Lenny was friends with him. So, but I did felt like, okay, well, at least I'm not being a total bitch about this.
But at the
now.
same token, when you had the physical thing with Jimmy, the fact that you were doing that shit in front of his face, I was curious. I said, oh shit, either maybe he knows what he's doing. Like, were you conscious of what you were doing when you were doing it to Jimmy,
was mad
or did it get out of hand?
No, I was mad at Jimmy because he came in that day a mess. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if he said he didn't get any sleep, but he came in, basically he was like ruining the show with his attitude. And like, I should be able to ruin the show, not Jimmy. You know what I mean? So I was frustrated with that. And then he was like, I say him like, well, he didn't get any sleep. So I was like, well, wait, why are you not ready for the, you know what I mean? It's Monday. Why are you not ready to go?
Right.
And then he was like, he said, well, call my manager. I called his manager. So that might've been a bitch move. But I kind of learned my lesson because it's like
bold.
It was bold.
And that's why I'm
like
curious,
a motherfucker go.
I'm curious, like how far in advance did you think that out?
I didn't think it out at all.
Like when you got to, yeah, that's what I'm curious. Like when you go, because a lot of the shit that you say sometimes is quick. So it's like, is this shit you've thought about before? And
Maybe.
it's true feelings, or is it
Maybe.
just, is it just like crowd work? Like you're just
mishmash.
riffing?
Yeah, both. But a lot of times I'll be thinking about shit, and then I'll have it, and then if it comes to it, I'll throw it in the guy's face, and then I'll see how he defends himself. Because people bring up shit about me. Like I'm a loser. My brother's more successful. My wife's blackish. People throw shit at me, and I'm ready to go. Like I'm ready to go. Like I have a defense for it, but like I won't bring up this shit like I'm doing so good. Like, cause you're basically setting yourself up. So I'm ready. I have some on everybody. Cause when I'm taking a shower, I take long showers, and I get in my head. Like if I'm doing a show with somebody, I'll get in my head shit to say about them.
So that's when you
Like a lawyer. Like I'm like a bad lawyer. I'll bring up inflammatory shit
Shows
about
up to
people.
court wearing glasses.
Sunglasses, yeah. The sunglasses lawyer.
Dude, if your lawyer comes into the courtroom with glasses, you might as well put your hands behind your back.
Sunglasses, you mean?
Funny.
Dude,
Imagine if my lawyer showed up with dark glasses. I'd be like, this motherfucker.
dude, I was asking you about the court-appointed counsel because I had this shit happen to me once where I got sent downstairs to the third floor of a courthouse to vacate a warrant. There was an old warrant for me that I didn't know anything about. When I went upstairs to the 15th floor to handle something, they saw it. They was like, just go downstairs, go before a judge. The judge will vacate the warrant. And when I got down there, this creepy lady, like wearing a dashiki, she's all bent over on a fucking cane. She comes out of the courtroom and she looks homeless. And she fucking calls my name. Temple? And I'm like, who the fuck is this lady? And I come over to her and she goes, I'm your court-appointed counsel. And I'm like,
Oh no.
what the fuck? And she goes, have you ever been down here before? I said, no. She goes, this is serious business. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so now she's letting me know, like, no, you have an outstanding bench warrant that you were in contempt of court for. Like, this is serious fucking business. And long story short, she was so bad in court that it was just like, all right, stand up, put your hands behind your back. And I was like, dude, if I'd have known it was that serious, first of all, I wouldn't have went to the third floor. That was one. I'd have fucking left the goddamn building. But two, like they...
Something I told you guys knew. Never go to the third floor.
Yeah.
The guy made it sound like all you have to
Street
do...
wisdom. You went to the third floor? What the fuck? You never go to the third floor.
He made it sound like all you have to do is go vacate a warrant.
You can't trust nobody in the justice system because they always act like everything's fine. All you got to do is go down here. Even when the cop gave me a ticket upstate, he goes, "Oh, let me just check."
Right.
They always give a thing like, "Let me just check. Everything's probably going to be fine."
But that's
Let me just
also-
check. But they're lying.
That's also the thing. Anytime you got to go to court or legal shit, the higher the floors, the safer you are. The lower,
That is unbelievable.
because you know there's jail cells and everything.
Is that in a
at the
book
bottom.
or is that like in a?
You go to any courthouse in any
Temple's
city. Every courthouse, when they're built, the bottom of the tombs is all cells first. That's the first
Yeah.
thing that they build. They've
The
got.
higher up you go, you're like,
It's a completely different world
all
behind.
white people. The higher you go up.
Yeah, behind the like a courtroom is so fucking nice, right? All of this wood and shit like
Yeah.
that. The minute you go through that side door, whoo, it's a whole
Oh,
nother
my
world back
God.
there. Once
Tom,
they
you
put
ever been
those,
to jail?
No.
You ever be overdoing a library book? It's similar. Anyway,
Run-ins with the law.
so no, but it's the point is that what were we talking about before you got off thing? Oh yeah, sunglasses in the court.
sunglasses
yeah.
in the courtroom, yeah.
You want to have a decent lawyer. You want to have a
Liar,
decent
liar.
lawyer. Yeah.
So was that recent?
What?
That the Shiki lawyer?
No, that was an old one. This recent stint, that was all me. That was all me. I was a dickhead on that one, and I still have to go to court for that in October, so I can't really talk
Does
about
your lady, does your present girlfriend? She knows about all your warrants and shit.
I mean,
well, she
getaway
just
driver.
found out.
so I fucking hope so.
She
I
just
gotta
found
do
out
some
about
plugs
it.
before they kick me out of this office.
Get up out of here
All right, I'm in McGuire's. Yo, I'm in McGuire's this weekend.
for shizzle.
Nice.
28 and 29. That's in Ronkonkoma. No, it's not Ronkonkoma. It's Bohemia. Right, Big A? You know where it is, right? Bohemia is like a town. It's right near the Long Island airport. Anyway, I get off of Ronkonkoma on the train. If you want to meet me there, I'll be selling my DVDs,
Yeah.
assortments. I'll
You
be
need
selling
security
t-shirts.
for your DVDs.
Yeah, so don't
Let me
crowd
know.
around me when
Unless the flight's bumpy.
don't crowd around me when I'm getting off the train. Anyway, and then on Fort Worth at Hyenas, August 10 through 12, and then I'm at Helium in Buffalo, August 3 through 5. I just picked that up.
3rd through 5th?
No, not just 4 and 5. I'm already selling tickets. So yeah, I want to sell a lot of tickets for these shows. And then this week I'm at Paisanos or some shit in Rutherford.
Oh, when are you there?
You know that club?
I'm there on the 31st of August.
Who?
I don't know.
I think it's
I know I have another one with you though. Someone just put me on a theater show in Newtown in December.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not even plugging that yet.
Plug it. We're on it together,
I
man.
don't know. It's
It's a theater show. Let's sell it out,
theater
baby.
show. Let's sell that shit out. I gotta start.
I'll bring all all the black people will be there for me.
Newtown, yeah. The 9th, December 9th. But I'll probably be
Is that
dead by
December
then.
9th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I want to sell tickets at McGuire's this weekend because that's Long Island. That's the home of like the compound media. That's the epicenter, right, Big A? Yes. Thanks for chiming in. Anyway, so I'm trying not to go off into the mic because if anybody else gets sick, if you know who gets sick, they're gonna fucking have me whacked.
You know who?
So Helium Buffalo, just Friday and Saturday, August 4 and 5. And then Hyenas. I'm back and they rebooked me, Tom. That's how fucking good I'm doing now.
Nice.
The guy rebooked me on the spot.
At the Texas Club.
Yeah, I was at Hyenas Dallas. They have 3 clubs, one in Plano, one in Dallas, and one in Fort Worth. So when the guy was paying me, he goes, what are you doing? Whatever the dates for August 11 and 12. I go, yeah, let's come back. I don't care about the heat. You know why? Because my kids ain't there, and my kids are fucking. You put your kids in daycare?
They're in camp right now.
I mean camp. That's what I meant. Camp.
Yeah.
And where they go to camp? What do you mean camp? Like camp?
It's a city camp at the rec center. You know, they get there.
It's all day.
No, they fucking let them out at like 2:00 in the
You got to pay. You got to pay out of your pocket.
Yeah, but we just kind of leave them on the playground until we get home. Like they watch each other.
And they're old enough.
One's 12, the other one's 6.
Whoa. Because at 12, that you can leave them by themselves, right? I
Yeah.
think that's the law.
Well, I mean, I want like everyone keeps saying, "Oh, it's a new day," and I'm like, "Nah, fuck that." Like they got to learn how to,
Yeah, but 6 are a little young.
But the 12-year-old's there to watch.
12-year-old knows the NPR. I mean CPR.
She
Actually,
knows me and she knows how to do CPR, yes.
Actually, yeah. Like my lady before she went into business for herself, she used to work for Red Cross, and that was her thing: CPR certification and AED certification. So
Your girlfriend's a nurse.
no. She used You know how you go to the
Sells
airport?
candles with a DVD guy. Have you been listening to any of this podcast?
That's on the side. That's
She
everybody.
used to work for She used to work for Red Cross though, and she was the one that made sure everyone was CPR certified when they needed to be.
What is that? But she sells candles for a living.
Now she's self-employed. I'm self-employed. This is
Good
this
luck with
is
that.
a fucking
you better
train
hope
wreck
Obamacare
between
don't
the two
get
of us.
canceled.
I never signed up for that shit.
Pick up insurance. Michael Croce, that's the guy I talked to, the New York lawyer. He listens to the show, so he was really helpful.
Croce, isn't that the Sixers' old general
wish.
manager?
Pat Croce,
I
that was
wish.
Pat
Pat
Croce.
Croce. Sorry.
Anyway, he was very helpful on the phone. He couldn't. You can only do your state, which is fucked up. You can
Right.
you can only represent people.
You don't get to
in
do
your
real
state.
plugs yet. Like
Huh?
I was hoping that I haven't been here in a while. I was hoping they gave you like a real commercial at this
I
point.
did. I botched it
Oh,
because I forgot they gave it to me like on a Wednesday, and the show wasn't until Monday. And then that weekend I was like traveling, and my kids were fucking off from school. It was like the first. They just
couldn't
got
you
out
have
of
just
school.
brought the piece of paper? Couldn't you have just brought?
Yeah, but then you're like, oh, I'll learn it over the weekend. Then I forget. Then when I got here, they go, you got to read today. I go, it's like, oh shit, and I fucked it up. I mean, I didn't totally fuck it up, but it wasn't what I had planned. So
that's
I don't know.
Can I plug some dates real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got.
He was a good guest, Tom. Thanks for bringing him in.
Sure. Let me just, when I'm on, I'll just bring people. Stop trying to get me to bring people that you hear about through the grapevine on your C-level starfucker obsession.
Because I hear names, and then people go, why don't you get this guy? I go, yeah, I don't know.
know funny people. You don't worry about that.
the guy. I don't.
You book your podcast the way SD books the seller.
Which is
All right,
how.
I bombed on that one. Cool.
Which is how. Which is
Hey,
how.
you did a great job today.
When she hears someone's doing well, she goes, "Hey, bring this."
No, if I hear about the guy and people go, "You why don't you get him on?" or if I want to know something from the guy, like I wanted you to ask that one guy. I'm not going to say his name, but just because I heard about his show and I just want to get a feel for the guy. Sometimes you got to get a feel for the guy. You know what I mean?
Sometimes respect my expertise that I know funny people and I'll bring them in.
but sometimes I don't know how a guy.
So I always got to bring people. I'm never enough for you.
You're never enough. You're never. I'll say that unequivocally. You're never.
Comedy
never
Tom
going to be
story.
enough.
Never enough.
If you remember the first show I did.
It was your fault. You were flat.
Huh?
What am I gonna do? It's your show.
It was my first show. I wasn't even nervous. It was just Monday at 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. Well, it feels like 10
One or
a.m.
the
because it's
other.
early. Monday's early for a comic, you know.
Yeah.
We're on a
the whole day. Right?
We're on a weekend. We're on a weekend turnaround. You know.
Monday's just all.
So we had a cancellation that day, and then it was me and Tom kept looking at me like,
Don't put it on
"This is
me."
the show?" I go, "Yeah, this is the show." Because people complain about,
You have energy today. You got sunglasses on. You're figuring it
people
out.
complain to me about this guy
We're
or
all
that
proud
guy.
of you.
I
No
can't
one's
sit by
complaining
myself.
to you. Stop lying.
No, people do complain.
No, who?
Oh, tweeters.
Names.
Twitter
Give me the
motherfucker.
name of one
losers.
Twitter motherfucker
Twitter
that said
first.
something to you.
Somebody said last week, they go, hey, I didn't like that guy. I go, first of all, he did it for free and he's blind. I had my other show, I had a blind guy.
You use Twitter the same way Jeff Dunham used puppets to just say what you really mean, but just put it off on someone else. No one said that shit to you.
Anyway, people do complain. I tell them, listen, I can't do the show by myself, but I can't do it with Tom either because Tom sits there and he stares at me. Tom's like a lawyer. And he basically, when you say something, he'll go, "You shouldn't say that." But that's all. He doesn't have a lot to say. He's wise. He has courtroom wisdom, but he doesn't talk a lot. You know what I mean? So he basically corrects me. But I get tired of talking.
No, you don't.
I do a little bit.
I don't even know what you're saying anymore.
All right, guys.
Plug your fucking
yeah,
dates.
man. All right, the 31st, I'll be at the Paisano, so just come and see me after you come and see.
They should have booked you because I love when black guys are on the show, especially if it's like a Paisano's, like an Italian restaurant. Because I go, hey, if you guys don't like me, I'll bring the black guy back up here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but black guys are good to follow because they have a different experience.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's like a woman. I just don't want to follow white guys, period.
I thought you were gonna go with a racist joke about following black guys, either around the store or around the apartment complex. You let me down on that one.
If I was
September 8th.
I let myself down. And Twitter's going to kill me on that. Twitter's going to fucking murder me on not making jokes about it.
It is true, though. You do have a lot of people.
That must be flattering. That must be fun, though, just have them every time you go to like a Korean bodega, they just follow you around. It must be like, do you wave at the cameras?
It's like being in New Orleans. You got your own little parade, right around the bodega. Yeah. September 8th.
Do you ever pretend still and then go like, oh shit, I was just
Oh no, that's called. Oh, you saw me. I'm dropping the product before you press charges. Nah, September 8th. What is this? The Bay Street Theater out there in Sag Harbor, New York.
Who you with? Colin Jost? Because I know those motherfuckers love a Colin Jost out in Long Island.
Out in the
Hamptons.
I got the call. It's
No, they
money,
put him
it's
on a
hotel.
chair. They love a white guy who smiles a lot, doesn't say anything offensive or anything of
I
substance.
think that's why they're bringing the black guy out there to shake things
to
up
give,
a little bit.
to give him give a little color, if you don't
Yeah.
mind the expression.
The
Color
September,
commentator.
September 22nd. I'm in Chambersburg, PA. I don't know who the fuck is out there, but I'll be out there.
It doesn't sound good for a black guy. Chambersburg, PA.
Been doing
now I
pretty
gotta
well.
jump. Now I gotta jump in on everything.
I was
He does really good in like those types of
I was
rooms.
just in Plumsteadville, PA this past weekend. Fucking.
It's not even a real place, is it?
I was,
Plumstead.
Working class white man
It's
loves
like
Dave Temple.
It's like Easton.
Oh, yeah.
611, that area. So I did well out there. I picked up a lot of followers. Now, the 29th and the 30th of September, I'm going to be recording my album at the Comedy Works.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, man. So
Nice.
I'm excited about that. The hour I've been getting tight all summer.
Are you gonna sell
Bristol?
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell it. On the road, merch.
No, but that's good. He does it. Is it? How do you sell it now? DVD or you do CD?
I'm a dude.
You can use that guy that you shook down.
yeah. Have him as a distributor. But I think
He's got a $60 credit on him.
I think I'm going to use more technology with that one. Like I'm going to
you gotta do it.
like that. I'm
Blu-ray.
going to sell like a little card where you can go and download it. You know what I mean? That way I don't have
gotta
to carry all this fucking merch with me on the road.
That would be funny if you go, hey, if you got any stuff you got any room on your table? Could you move my DVD?
Yeah.
But that's a good room, Bristol, right? Yeah, that's a good room to tape it because it's small, right?
And he's got a good mic system. Like I was there earlier this year.
You got to tell that guy to not do his introductions on your fucking album recording.
Yeah. It's gonna do the thing.
This fucking guy does 30-minute intros. Like
The owner?
the manager or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck his name is. He does 30 minutes like
all the announcements of everything coming up.
Fucking
That's right.
horrendous.
Okay, hurry up. Not you, not just some.
That's it. That's it. I'm not gonna
No,
promote.
I'm not telling you to hurry up. I'm telling Tom to.
I don't got shit, man. I just
But I got court in October, so I'm not plugging anything after that because I don't know.
Court?
Well, for this last stint, I just.
we'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah, I just got.
It wasn't to do with the parking. It was
No, I just got out of jail like 2 Fridays ago, and
Why are you sitting on that all day?
Because we can't
couldn't
talk
get
about
a fucking
it.
word in with you and your
Just
fucking
got out of jail
attitude
2
glasses.
Fridays ago. How
Yeah,
long were you in
yeah.
jail for?
A week. I was in there for a week.
Just R&R for a black dude, right?
Until the lady could scoop up some bail money for me. We didn't have any bail. Those are the only people who go to jail. If you don't have money, you go to jail. That's it. And it took her a while to get the bail money. So
We got to bring you back then.
yeah, if you got any other gigs, because I need $2,000 to give this
court.
bail bondsman back ASAP.
Hey, you
so.
like black guys opening for you. Anyway, man, I'll be at shows in the city and stuff. I just wrapped a television show. I'm excited about that. And then I'm just going to book shit
what was your
as they
television
come.
show?
It's a show for Adult Swim. It's called Mostly for Millennials. It'll probably be out like at the end of the year. Great experience.
You're the host?
No, I was a writer.
Who was the host?
This guy, Derek Beckles.
Like a
Good
Colin
name for
Jost type?
comedy.
No, he's a black dude.
Oh, good.
Black dude with the last name Beckles? Is that a real?
That's
Canadian.
the future. Stay black, because that's the future.
You know what else they said is the future? They said we're going to evolve to long, pointy fingers because everything is like thumb now with phones and tablets. So this isn't going to be a dominant finger anymore.
Big guy, you got anything you want to plug? Paul the Pilot, you got anything? They're playing the dance-off music.
Yeah,
It's like the Oscars.
I know.
They wait and wait and
off.
wait, and then they go, get him the fuck off. All right, donate, because my kids are in camp. Help me out. Help a you-know-what out. And then what else? Go to my shows. Buy my T-shirts. $40 donation. You get a frickin' free T-shirt delivered to your house. God bless America. Make America gay again. Great again. And thanks for listening. Thanks for the people that stopped by. Sorry, Gilly Blast, that you couldn't come in. But next time I need some motherfucking notice. And just go through the office. Don't even go through me. God bless.